NFL football. It's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Over 1st and 10.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive.
Hancock's pass.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
It's 2nd and inches at the 37.
On second down, Bridges. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Gain of 3 on the play.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
The quarterback taken down and set.
So here are the Browns now with great starting field position. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
2nd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Mobley trying to lay one up deep. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Their own 20-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Complete.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Complete to number
It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
A loss of 3 yards.
The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield, no chance to gain any yardage.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Hancock. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Hancock. And he finds Daniels. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43.
It's a gain of 10.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The numbers for Davis last week: 8 catches, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards, and he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
On 2nd down now, Bridges. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
At the 19-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down. Good. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play.
On 3rd and 2. Hancock. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
3 brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down now, Bridges. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
At the 4-yard line.
And his kick here is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
Browns nothing.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
At their own 25-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Hancock. It's caught right side by Daniels. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
The 34-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Steelers 3, Browns 0.
To throw on 2nd down, Hancock. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Hancock. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. A 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 4 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Extra point.
An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns set and ready to go on offense. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun. Mobley under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Quarterback taken down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Hancock. He's going to fire this thing deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 42 yards.
First down.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Throwing on 1st down. Hancock. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
The 6-yard line.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Back to throw. Hancock. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Their own 32-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Hancock. Wide open receiver, complete.
Hancock's pass.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Gain of 15.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 23 yards on the play. A little bit of a breakdown there defensively, and the RPO turns into a big chunk play.
And when you think about running offense, the word comes to mind, assignment, right? Because you have to carry those out. But you have to play assignment football on defense, too, against a team that runs these RPOs because everyone has to be in the right place. Who's got the quarterback? Who's got the running back? Who's covering the receivers? This will work quite well on that play.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31.
The ball carried.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hancock. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the lead now increases to 20-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Mobley's pass.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Mobley. And he comes back with one complete.
Mobley's pass.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of
These
6.
guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
That's good.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. On 1st down, Mobley. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Mobley. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion. So here's, and the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 46. Incomplete.
So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And Daniels has it over the middle. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He'll go underneath here to his running back. Catch is made. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Eluding the pressure. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
For number 46.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Mobley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
On the deep ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A final shot before break. Mobley. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we'll head down to our... You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over first and 10 at their own.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
And sacked.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Hands it off out of the gun. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
46.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. Third and long.
17-yard line.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
6-yard line.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Mobley. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
The quarterback sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Brings up 2nd and
to throw on 2nd down. Hancock, and that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On 1st down, Bridges. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hancock. This one caught by Davis.
Complete to number 47. A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Hancock. This will be caught at about the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
First and goal.
able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, Hancock. This will be caught at about the 5. Not much there, only a yard.
To number 30.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And his kick is good. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip.
23. Browns.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7, past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Mobley. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
That's good.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, Terrell. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
To throw on 2nd down, Hancock. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Hancock. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. From the gun, Hancock. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Complete to number 47.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is now an even 30. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing on 1st down. Mobley. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Operating from the gun, Mobley, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They'll run on 1st down. Bridges, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bridges, and he stopped immediately there.
Play to the running back.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Number 39.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
He was brought down at the
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
38-yard line.
On 1st down, Mobley. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To the right side and complete to Hurst.
Complete to number 42.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the Steelers.
From the gun, Mobley. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Mobley. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's a completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Mobley. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
That's good.
But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. On 1st down, Terrell. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Number 46, the ball carrier. Taken down at the 11-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mobley. That's complete right around the 8.
Mobley's pass.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Mobley. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And goal to go.
Operating from the gun. Mobley looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the
extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. It's the fullback. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Makes the score.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
They'll run on 1st down. Bridges. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bridges. And still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
At the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Hancock. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Browns take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Brings up second
from the gun, Mobley.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Throwing on 3rd and long. Mobley going for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give him credit. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. Spotted at the left hash. This from 45. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.